Welcome to Phases of Easter, number 6. Jesus went to Jerusalem for the last time. It was the time of the Passover, and the city was full of people from many different lands. They thought Jesus was coming to be a king, but they weren't paying attention. He wasn't riding on a great white horse when he came into the city. He was being carried by soldiers. He was riding on a donkey, and it wasn't even his. He had to borrow it. Still, that Sunday, when Jesus came into Jerusalem, people waved palm branches, which were a sign of kings. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Jesus went into the temple to teach. Every night he went back to the Mount of Olives with the 12. The people watched him and they whispered that the Mount of Olives was where angels were supposed to come down to make an army to drive away the Roman soldiers. One day when Jesus was teaching in the temple, he said, "Do you see that old woman over there? She's going to put something in that box, the money box. Listen. Do you hear anything?" No. She put the smallest coin in the box. That was all the money she had. Now here comes the rich man. He has so much money to put into the money box that he had to have help to carry it. His money makes huge clanging and ringing as it's pouring into the box. Now I wonder which one really gave the most, the old woman or the rich man. Some say the rich man gave the most. Some say it was the old woman. The temple guard said, "On Thursday we will take him." But on Thursday they could not find him. That evening, Jesus and the 12 hurried through the dark streets to a house. They climbed up the stairs to an upper room and shared their Last Supper. After they had everything they wanted to eat, Jesus took some bread and gave thanks to God for it. Then he broke it and he said something like, "Whenever you eat this bread, do it in remembrance of me, and I will be there." What was he talking about? He was always saying things like that. How could they know? Still, they didn't forget. And later maybe they would understand. Suddenly, Judas got up and left. The rest sang hymns and then went to the Garden of Gethsemane on the Mount of Olives. Jesus wanted to pray. When he was finished, he joined the 12. But Judas came out of the dark and greeted him. This was a signal for the guards to take him. They too came out of the shadows and took Jesus away. They took him away into the darkness of the night. The 12 disappeared into the darkness as well. Now I wonder if there are any stories that you've heard in our class or stories that you've heard in church or in our chapels that connect to this part of the story. Again, this would be a great time to make some kind of art